Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lizard Rob. Today we're going to watch more videos from all over the internet that you send me to go over the weirdest, craziest, sometimes funniest videos that we can find. I'm giving my opinion. You can comment, give me your opinion. Let's have some fun.
They are telling us what's happening.
Like this under wraps. I mean, just think about it, okay? First, the stock market would go. Then, the economy, boom! The dollar, boom! And then pandemonium in the streets. War, genocide, boom, boom, boom!
Bullshit. Nobody could keep that big a secret, Charlie. Somebody blow the whistle.
And every once in a while, some poor little sucker tries. Well, like these guys. Boom! Boom!
I think our history is a lie. Well, I do. What if I told you this was Chicago in the early 1900s? Would you believe me? It seems right. Horse and buggy, old buildings, not paved roads. That's what I guess Chicago looks like. But what if I told you that this picture is also Chicago, but from the 1800s? Something doesn't add up, right? Because these pictures and a whole lot of other ones are taken from the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Pictures so glorious, you can't even begin to imagine how this was built in the late 1800s. And not only do they have these buildings in the late 1800s, but they literally said that they were taken down after the World's Fair and they were just created for that fair. You're trying to tell me that they spent thousands of man hours building these incredible structures just to be temporary for a World's Fair? These things weren't made out of paper mache. These are legitimate concrete structures. Well, I don't believe it. I think there's something else going on here, something much more nefarious. You see, I think they burned them down. I think they took them down because they didn't want any evidence left. Evidence of a prior civilization, a civilization with advanced technology that they want to keep hidden from us. Technology that could be free and abundant because it harnesses the ether and the free energy all around us.
I hate it. I hate the idea of that. One thing I don't understand about this is why would they keep some things standing? Like the pyramids, structures in Greece, structures in Italy, showing like this ancient architecture, if they would just remove it here. Like, did the government there not really jump on board with what the government did here in America to abolish all that old stuff? I don't know. Or maybe they just got rid of the important stuff. I don't know. What do you think?
When you open up Enoch and you read the beginning of Enoch, Enoch addresses his manuscript to the generation that will be living at the end of the age in the tribulation. So this might very well be the earliest manuscript ever penned. Let's say the earliest prophecy ever penned by human hand. And it's addressed to the last generation.
When do you think it was written?
I believe that Enoch, the seventh from Adam, wrote the book of Enoch. Whatever it was called, it maybe wasn't called the book of Enoch. He wrote the prophecy. He made a record of the events that precipitated the flood. And then he wrote the oracles. He wrote the parables and perhaps some other content as well. But I'm persuaded that at least he wrote the book of the Watchers and the parables.
It was like 3400 BC, 3200?
Oh, this was...
Or before that?
This was more like 12,000 BC.
Okay, got it.
And this would have been in the antediluvian world, in the antediluvian age. He entrusted these documents, these manuscripts, to his son Methuselah, who entrusted them to his son Lamech, who entrusted them to his son Noah. So I believe that a written account from Enoch was preserved on the ark. When you open up Enoch and you read...
So you know the Gulf of America, right?
Yeah.
Did you know I found a map and it doesn't say Gulf of America?
Are you saying there was something else besides the Gulf of America?
It was named something different, and it's like an old... I don't even know how it happened, but it used to be called Gulf of Mexico.
Shut up.
Dead serious.
Show me the proof.
What year was this map?
Are you sure it's not photoshopped?
I'm positive.
That's crazy if that's true.
Yeah.
The Gulf of Mexico? That doesn't even sound good.
Look at this.
Are you kidding me?
This says
When
Gulf
was
of
that?
Mexico.
No.
What is that, some type of like ancient map?
Apparently, I don't know where they found it, but the Gulf of America used to be called Gulf of Mexico.
That's insane. That can't be true, man.
It is.
We got to look into that because
I
that's
know.
crazy.
I wonder what secrets are hiding.
Golly, who knows, man?
Was it like an old ancient civilization of, was it Mexico?
Yeah, it was probably built by the giants, dude.
Find something new
That's
every day.
crazy.
I know.
Golly, I'm so glad I learned that ninjas are butterflies.
Stop the cap. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. You cannot convince me that that is true. No way. Where's the proof?
And I look, there's this giant valley between us, and then there's a ridge across from us that's a little bit higher than us. And at the top of the ridge is this one big giant tree, and it's a big old tree. And I'm sitting there, man, and I'm looking up at that tree. And it's just beautiful mountains. And so while they're praying, I'm just kind of doing the Louis Engle. I'm rocking back and forth, and they're praying for me. And then, man, I look back at that tree, and something is just coming up and standing next to that tree. And I see it come up. And at first, I thought somehow it was a tree that was falling over, that it was falling over towards me somehow because it rose. And I just, in my mind, I was trying to figure out how it worked. And I just thought, whoa, man, that's something going to fall off that cliff up there. But it stopped and it froze and it was erect right next to the tree. And as they're praying for me, man, when the tree would move, it would move. And I was like, that ain't the wind blowing that tree. And then I saw these arms come down beside it, and he goes like this, and he puts his arms back, and it still kind of looks like a tree.
Whoa.
But I'm like, that ain't a tree. And then the more I sit there and looked at it while these guys are praying for me, so I'm like, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, and I'm thinking, and I'm praying in the spirit, and I'm thinking about this thing. Lord, what am I looking at? What is this? And he said, he's spying out your prayer. I'm like, he is spying out his prayer. And I'm like, somehow that thing can see us praying over here, and that thing can hear what it is that we're saying. And I was like, I was just sitting there, and I thought, I want to test this out. And I'm staring at this thing. Now I've got a good beat on it. And I mean, I'm really getting details out of it now. Even though it's pretty far away, I'm getting good details out of it and all this. And I said, I know you can hear me, you devil. And I just said it in that tone of voice. And when I did, he put his arms out like this, and he started rocking back and forth. Like, whoa.
Like you were challenging him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa. And I said, I know you can hear me. And I said, here's what I'm going to tell you. We're coming into this region. I told Brother Impenetrable to go to hell, and I wasn't teasing. I'm back. I'm down here. I don't know what you are or how you work, but I'll tell you who I am, and I'll tell you how I work. I am a child of the Most High God, and God Almighty has commissioned me to rescue kids here. And we are going to rescue so many kids, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I mean, it was just rocking back and forth, like bowing up. And I told my son, I said, Ben, he said, what? And I said, turn around and tell me what you see up there. And Ben turned around and he was staring. You know, Ben's 34 now, you know, and he was staring. And he's so chill, man. He just pulls out a chair and he sits down and goes, a freaking giant.
I know, guys. What do you think? Nephilim or schizophrenia? Let me know. You be the judge.
And we're sitting here again talking about the same things.
Dynastic Egyptians are the guys that emerged about 3000 BC to 30 BC. And they get credit for making almost everything you see in Egypt, especially the Great Pyramids. And we're told that they just made them, kings like Khufu and Khafre, about 2500 BC, that they just created these superstructures to be their tombs, right? Guys like Christopher Dunn, myself, and many others would say what actually happened is a lost civilization. You could call these the pre-Diluvian or pre-flood ancient Egyptians, the original OGs who were on the earth way before the dynastic Egyptians. They created these superstructures with a lost technology, and the original purpose, likely that of, free energy, wireless energy. These were some kind of energy plants. But then when the dynastic Egyptians came along, they were like, these are the greatest structures we've ever seen. We're going to claim these as our own, write our initials on them, and we want to be buried in these. And the dynastic Egyptians did do that with a lot of the pyramids. They repurposed them as tombs because they wanted to be basically teleported through the afterlife in these superstructures.
I mean, that's exactly what I think. I think that's why the Sphinx's face is different too. It's so much smaller in proportion to its body. Like based on proportions, the Sphinx's head should be much larger to match the proportions of the body. So I think it was a different animal. They say either like a lion or a jackal or something like that. And then it was changed to a human face to represent the people that stumbled upon the structure, like putting initials on the pyramids and stuff to kind of claim ownership of it. I think they did that with the Sphinx and everything else in the area too. Kind of like everyone's done in everywhere for always, claiming it after they find it, taking credit for it. I mean, history is written by the victors, right? If you stumble upon a place and no one's there to prove you wrong or combat your claim that you invented something, Thomas Edison, or that you found something, I mean, who's gonna argue, right? Who can argue those facts? We have one eyewitness account. That's what we got to go by, at least initially. I'm glad we're opening up to questioning and pushing back these things that we've been told. So let me know what you think and how you feel, because I don't have all the answers, but I'm sure as hell looking for them.
This is Hanks, bro. And Hanks is not who you think he is. Not even a little bit. Hanks likes to post pictures of lost gloves, boots, and all this other stuff. In my 43 years of life, I've never found as many lost gloves, boots, and stuff as Tom Hanks has found. And for this one on his IG, Tom Hanks, his Instagram, official Instagram, the caption is "Lost in Disneyland, but turned into the lost and found." Hanks, a little kid's, people want to say, well, he found that stuff. Really? Look at this tie that he allegedly found. Look how clean this tie is. This is placed there. This was not found there or anywhere else. This was placed, and then a picture was taken, caption saying, "Looks like Alan Bean, Apollo 12, left his tie in the ocean storm." How about this one? Beware, who climbed out of the sewer? Hanks, who have we seen climb out of sewers? What videos have we been seeing circulating about people climbing out of sewers? Or how about this lost sandal with sand mixed on the outside, but the inside is clean as day? Found at the bottom of the sea, one girl shoe to claim one Neptune 4466. Do you want to know where that takes you when you put that into the inner? That's right. Right here. One Neptune 4466 Wayfair. I can't even tell you what Wayfair has been allegedly guilty of, because obviously we can't post that here, but if you know, you know. Or how about this glove that was placed there because it's clean as day? It was not lost. First of the year. What do you mean first of the year, Hanks? What's first of the year? What are you talking about as first of the year? Or how about this one? Look at how clean and blue this is with the gloves inside. Nice shade of blue, but lost is lost. Lost as in no longer with us? Or this one, sock, glove, lost, abandoned, question mark? So many questions. I don't have questions. I know exactly what happened. This one's super disturbing. A little girl lost a shoe and that couch is gonna get towed. Nothing to do with the couch, everything to do with the shoe. Are you telling me you're walking down the street and you film a couch with a little girl's shoe on top? I've never taken out my trash and placed a little lost item on top of a couch or any other item. They're in bags. But you, Mr. Tom Hanks, for whatever reason, is the only human in the entire world that is prevalent to finding lost items of shoes, socks, sandals, and all this other stuff that belongs. Only one, though. Never. Another example, Land of Enchantment, lost gloves. And for this one right here, this one's funny as heck. The rocks were placed on the outside. The edges are clean. None of it has any debris that was placed there, muddled in the dirt, mixed, and then a picture was taken. Historic Route 66. And guess when this picture was taken? Right around Cappy's. Now this one is just mind-boggling. This is from a music album or whatever, right? Music from Joseph, Peters Henry, whatever. Joseph Luca, I'm sorry. What are you sorry about, Hanks? What is anybody sorry about? Where is this child? Can we find this child? Can anyone locate this person and tell me that he's okay, please? Let this be the final lost. How many freaking pacifiers are you finding, Tom Hanks? I found zero pacifiers in the street, and I've traveled the country. Yet you said that let this be the last final lost pacifier of 2019? Are you expecting to find more in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025? What the heck? Are you serious? And this is new. This isn't dirty. There is no filth. I have children. There is no anything on this that says that a child was using this for a long time. Perfect color, clean and everything. Let it be the last one. I can keep going and going and going and going and going. Must have been very hot coffee. But we know who's behind all this. We just can't say it out loud. Yeah, it's from his official Instagram. You telling me you found this brand new shoe, just one shoe, off of a woman? I've dated a lot of women. I've been around a lot of women. I have a lot of sisters. I know females. There is no way they will leave their one brand new shoe with the stiletto still attached to it and bounce unless they were in a hurry, scared, or had to get out of there. That was placed there. There's zero dirt on top, no debris on the bottom. No. Mitten, shoe, hat, don't know. What I do know is that everything is not as it seems. And Mr. Tom Hanks, the world knows, bro. The world knows that you were in a movie where a little child became an adult and dated a grown-ass person. That's... How long are we gonna let this go on? How long until these people answer for their atrocities, their evil? If you go on his website, I have more than 20 pictures of missing gloves, people, and all this other stuff that has gone down. But obviously, this video will get 400 views on TikTok because I'm shadow banned. Because if you speak the truth, you will not get elevated in the FYP. Maybe I should shake my ass in a thong for people to fucking recognize.
I feel that, bro. I had videos were getting 80,000, 70,000 views, 50,000, averaging like 30,000, 40,000 views a video. And then one day, my videos went from 30K down to 4,000 views on YouTube out of nowhere. And now my videos are only getting anywhere between 3,000 and like 10 or 11,000 views. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything differently. YouTube just stopped showing my stuff to people. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens when you talk about it. I don't know why these other channels aren't experiencing the same thing, but you know, I'm happy for them that they're still doing well because I took a pretty big hit. But I feel like these celebrities, like, it's obvious, right? They put the stuff out there like this. It's very obvious that something weird is going on with this, but I feel like they get off on it, like, because like they're like showing you, it's like teasing you. It's like, come at me, bro. Come at me. I don't know. It's very disturbing though. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I don't like it one bit. That video made me feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to end it here. Let me know what you want to see in the next video in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you can. Share it. Like it. Tell your friends. Check out the merch below. There's a link down there. You can also check my SoundCloud. And yeah, thanks for the support. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.